Hi, let me introduce myself first. I'm Chan. I'm the head of program for the e-commerce program in the infrastructure in Kuala Lumpur. Today, I'm happy to see all of you. Okay, I think you are here. You're interested to learn more about the e-commerce program. So we are having these topics, digital transformation, so that you will see clearly what is actually the e-business and e-commerce. Okay, so I'm represent the IUKL to welcome you to this session. So we are going to start with the uh, topics. Okay, I'll share the screen here. Okay, we will talk about the digital transformations. Okay, topic today. So this will be the presentation outline. So just let you know that okay, the flows of my presentation today. So we'll start with looking at the influence of the technological factors in the business environment. Okay. Second, we will look into the different concepts. Okay. For example, in digital economics, digital transformation, e-commerce. Okay, so that you're aware what all this is about. Okay, and by then you will be able to follow these presentations. Okay, uh, easier. Okay, and next we'll talk about the factors. Okay, the factor one and factor two that actually influence the e-commerce development. Okay, in Malaysia. Next, we will look into the technology scope that cover in the e-commerce. And next, okay, the last two subtopic, I will look into a little bit on our IUKL, okay, the business degree, and also I will share a little bit on the experience that I have actually visited in the China about their e-commerce education. Okay, so let's start with the technological factors. Okay, I'm sure you know that a business actually influencing with a lot of factors. Okay, the technological factor is one of the major factors that will actually influence our company, not only company. Okay, it will influence the whole industry as well. Okay, so for example, internet technology, so it will influence the whole industry. Okay, uh, not only your company. Okay, so basically you can see when we are doing business, we have a lot of all these issue we need to settle. There are a lot of complex business problem. Okay, so as I mentioned just now, one of the major factors will be technological. Okay, the technology will influence how the way we are doing business, how we are running our business, and also okay, the new business idea, okay, is also influenced. Okay, so with these technology factors, so we can hear that okay in our daily life. Okay, we can have a lot of all these concept. Okay, that uh, we need to familiar. Okay, before we discuss about the e-commerce activity or program. Okay, so the first one we look at the digital economies. What is actually digital economy? Okay, digital economy is referred to the economy that is based on digital computing technologies. Okay, we are using the digital computer technologies. We produce, we adopt or innovate all this. Okay, in our workplace, our daily life. Okay, so we are creating uh, our products. Okay, we are creating services, or we can actually use it to enhance our quality of life. Okay, so the digital computing technology basically is allow us, okay, they allow us to have the objective, okay, or the needs for organization to use this so that we can use all this to execute the task better, faster, and always we do something better than before. Okay, so because of this digital economies, okay, so we can actually experience this one, especially in the IR 3.0 and IR 4.0. Okay, so we will look into what is IR 3 and IR 4 later. So we have another concept. Okay, we will select digital transformation, digitalization. Why we need all this? Okay, because of the technological factors that influence our daily life, our workplace, okay, our business. Okay, so you can see we are in the digital economy. So basically, our daily life we are start adopting. Okay, that means we are start using the digital technology so that we can actually improve our business processes. Okay, the value for the customer. Okay, so we are using all this digital technology so that to make the ways of our working more simpler and efficient. Okay, and with all this digital technology we can create something new. Okay, we can modify some of the existing, okay, so that we can meet, okay, the changing business and market environments. And another one, which is the e-commerce. I think you may be interested in this, okay, field. Okay, e-commerce is nowadays is something that is a very hot topic or issue. Okay, so what exactly e-commerce basically referred to? So e-commerce is referred to the activities of electronically buying and selling products or services over the internet. So we only refer to a very narrow scope or a subsection, okay, in the business activities. That is the transaction or exchange component. That means buy, sell. Okay, so you going into a internet, okay, you buy online, okay, or the seller they put something to sell online. So this is actually the exchange, okay, which is we refer as the e-commerce. Okay, so the e-commerce technology basically they allow the customer to overcome the geographical barriers and allow them to purchase or to transact anytime and from anywhere. Okay, for example, okay, maybe okay today, okay, you are not able to go to a shop to buy something. I am buying it using, online features, online e-commerce features. See, you overcome the geographical barriers. Okay, you don't need to be there. You don't need to be physically present, so you can buy that products. Okay, and can be having these exchange or transact function anytime, anywhere, as long as you have, okay, your smartphone, your PC, laptop with the internet connection. So basically, you can start purchasing. You can start doing some transaction, internet banking at the night time. Okay, you want to transfer money, you can do that. Okay, and of course e-commerce is actually now growing, okay, growing at noticeable rate. That means they are now become more and more important and more popular. Why? Okay, we look into these two major accelerator factors. Okay, so that means these two will actually make the e-commerce popular, e-commerce more common, okay, adopted in the society. Okay, there are two major reasons we will discuss. The number one reason will be the IR flow, Industrial Revolution 4.0. Okay, we will look into it one by one later, no worry. Second, COVID-19 pandemic. So these two factors makes the e-commerce more common to be used, more popular, or I can say that maybe you are forced to use the e-commerce. Okay, you have no choice. Okay, we look into what is actually industrial revolutions. Okay, basically we have gone through the IR, okay, industrial revolution from 1.0 to 4.0. Okay, so industrial revolution is we are talking about the major change in the industry. Okay, the major change in the industry that affected by some of the factors. Okay, as you can see in IR1 and IR2. Okay, we can see that, okay, the change in the industry. Okay, you can see that is the first one is because some of the steam power and some of the very basic machine, they increase the productivity. That means that how that help people can produce more products, more quantity. Okay, in IR2, you can see the way how we are organize our assembly line of production. So we makes our process faster, lower cost in produce something. Okay, so in IR3 and IR4, okay, I think this is what you are experiencing. Okay, so you can see that you are experiencing this. IR3 is we are using ICT technology, computers, hardware, software. Okay, we are using hardware and software to replace a lot of processes, okay, that handled by the human being. Okay, we automate. Okay, automate here means that you are replacing something with the machine or with the hardware and software so that it can be, the process can be faster. Okay, the process can be faster. The process can be more accurate. Okay, more productivity. Okay, and of course IR4. Okay, IR4 is still computer technology, but they add in more and more element inside. Okay, so you can see, okay, IR3 is automation. Automation, that means it's handled by the machine, hardware, and software so that it can be faster. Okay, so in IR4, not only that we bring this one a little bit beyond. Okay, when we bring this beyond, okay, we want them to do more. Okay, okay, in IR3, some of all this technology is still need human being to be there to monitor, okay, to be there to manage something. Okay, but in IR4, okay, we want some things to be more handled by all the machine. Okay, so we added some of the smart component inside so that they can handle more. We even want to reduce a human intervention in this IR4. Okay, so we will look into some of all this IR4, why it is so important. Okay, so in IR4, okay, if you want to execute any all this using, okay, this, okay, computing technology, okay, to relate to your IR4, okay, innovation, okay, so you need to invest in your IT infrastructure. Okay, so these are the components. You can see these are the components that you need to invest. Okay, so when we mention IT infrastructure, basically we refer to the hardware, software, okay, telecommunications, okay, IT expert, all this. Okay, you invest in this ecosystem. Okay, so then you have all this infrastructure that can work together. Okay, that can work together to provide solution and services to your employee, to your partner, to your customer. Okay, so that you can deliver something that is more advanced. Okay, you can deliver something that is more flexible. Okay, we will show you later. Okay, and if you want to add some of the smart features or element into your all this computer technology so that it is, okay, you reach the level of IR4. Okay, so you need to know this, okay, the Internet of Things. Okay, what exactly Internet of Things is defined, okay, is the system that is interrelated. Okay, you have different devices that interrelated. Okay, and these devices will transfer the data over a network. Okay, so that's in the process. Okay, you have different types of devices so that they will send all the data and they handle, okay, the process. And you can see that the ecosystem in the Internet of Things, you have all this processor, sensor, communication hardware. You collect the data, okay, send the data and act, okay, on the data. Okay, if you are not able to imagine what is Internet of Things, I can tell you, let's say for example, today you go into a smart retail shop. That means a retail shop without human being. Okay, so you buy item 1, 2, 3, you take everything, you put it in a basket, okay, and then you go out. Okay, the system will automatically scan. The system will automatically scan the product that you have put in the basket, what you want to buy. They calculate, okay, they will charging, okay, you accordingly. Okay, you don't need to pay at the cashier counter. Okay, so you go out. So this is a kind of Internet of Things without human being. Okay, for example, another example in smart agriculture. For example, you set up one place, okay, in our agriculture, a place where, okay, you have all the devices, okay, you are going to monitor, okay, the temperature, okay, and then you are managing, okay, this temperature for your plants, okay, and then you are going to water, okay, watering the plants, okay, at certain time. You set everything, so you can see Internet of Things without human being intervention. Everything can do it by themselves, okay. And you have another one, which is the artificial intelligence. Okay, we always listen to AI. What is exactly AI? Okay, so AI refer to the simulation of human intelligence in machine that are programmed to think like humans, okay, and mimic their action. That means you are going to have one machine that they can act like a human being, that can think, that can make decisions, that can solve certain problem. Okay, for example, they have a lot of AI installed in a lot of system. For example, okay, some of your Facebook, okay, features, okay, when you post something, let's say you have something that is sensitive, something that is not suitable for the society, okay, so they will actually censor. They're going to stop all these posts. You can see artificial intelligence, because you have programmed them, okay, all this you cannot allow them to be posted on the Facebook, so they will take action. Okay, certain posts they will block. So this is AI. Okay, so the combination of all this IT infrastructure, including the Internet of Things and AI, so we can have something that is good, okay, to provide, okay, to the customer. Okay, so you can see traditional industry, these are something that you can do with the industry 4.0. Okay, I can tell you, with all this IT infrastructure, okay, that you are putting invest to replace, you are getting certain benefit. Okay, I don't really go into this one. Okay, I just highlight the important or the advantages that bring by the all this IT infrastructure. Okay, so with all these features, okay, using the advanced IT infrastructure, okay, you make your production system to be adaptability, flexibility, and efficiency. Okay, we will show you the example later, how this actually can actually help to cover, okay, with all these features here, advantages. Okay, they are able to cover different types of customer needs in the current market. Okay, different needs, especially you can see from mass production to mass customization and to individualization. We will show you. Okay, so just look at this one, Facebook marketing. Okay, okay, I think this is very common in the when we talk about online advertising. Okay, Facebook is always one of the tools that we are always using. Okay, so when we advertise in the Facebook, you can see this is, we are using the apps manager, Facebook ads manager. Okay, it is not something that you are using, okay, as your Facebook profile page. Okay, so this is a little bit um, advanced or specific, okay, for business user. So when we advertise here, you can see you are start creating your campaign, and we can see that in Facebook marketing we can do detailed targeting. Okay, the detailed targeting here, you can key in anything that you are wanted. Okay, let's say for example you are wanted something, okay, male, female, okay, you wanted something that's people who actually look before, okay, before this they are looking at the uh, birthday cake in Facebook or whatever you can see. So this is something that is smart features in this Facebook marketing. So they can provide you something that is more flexible according to different needs and wants. Okay, whatever that you're key in, you can see we refer here. Whatever that you are key in here, they will tell you the numbers of the user that you can reach, the numbers of the audience that you can reach. Okay, so you can see when you type everything, that keep you potential reach is 40,000 people. Okay, by using the Facebook marketing here, how many they can reach each day? That means your campaign, your advertisement, how many they will send to. Okay, so you can see with this IT infrastructure, okay, AI, especially AI, why they can do detailed targeting is because AI. Okay, AI will learn everything that we are doing in the Facebook, they record. Okay, so later Facebook they are using this one, all this information to target. Okay, so you can see Facebook can use this one to offer something that is unique for you. Okay, so as the user, the company that using the Facebook marketing, you can see you can use something that is more advanced to target. Is it not like those days you advertise, in newspaper, you don't know who they are? Okay, so you can see both with the smart features. Okay, uh, the provider or the user, okay, the buyer or the seller, they can have something that is more advanced, more specific, okay, that will cater for flexible needs. Not only that, okay, we talk about the individualization. You can see, just now we talk about, okay, from very mass production, you go for mass customization, and you go for individualization. Individualization here means that you are producing a product which is for only one individual. Okay, with the IT infrastructure, okay, with the advanced features that you are having, you can see you can provide these individualized products. Okay, individualized product meaning that is if you have hundreds customer, it will produce hundreds different piece of work or different piece of products to the end user. It won't repeat. Okay, so the example given here, you can see, I'm not sure whether you have the experience of printing photo books. Okay, this is I have actually extracted from Pixeljoy. You can see you are creating your own album. You are creating your own photo books. Okay, you are designing. Okay, you put your own pictures, you put your own words, you put your, okay, that means you are designing all this. Okay, so everyone will get something that is very unique. It won't repeat. Okay, so you can see with all this infrastructure, with the advanced features, we can provide something that is more flexible to cater for different needs. Okay, so as the provider, okay, if you offer something that is all this smart feature, I'm sure people will like it. Okay, as a consumer, I think nowadays our demand is quite high. We want something that's, that's cater for individual. We don't want to cater for a big group. So you can see all this that will help you. Okay, so this is why is very important. Okay, so all the company would like to work towards this IR4. Okay, you can see this is the system that's used to design, okay, the photo books. So you can see the business competency here. If you are in that level, the IR4, okay, of course we were still talking about this technology interface. Okay, technology interface is still we will put as a center. You need to have all these technology tools to help you. okay, to do it online, okay, because some of all this flexibility cannot be get it done in offline. So when you are having all this online, okay, the process is simpler, the cost is less, so that they are able to produce all these services to you individually. Okay, so you can see with the technology, with the smart features here, you can produce something that's, as I mentioned, produce that's more flexible, more advanced to different, okay, and you can serve your customer well. They like it. Flexible, individualized products. Okay, so this is one of the factors that's, okay, you mix, okay, the e-commerce more and more popular. Okay, second, the second factors will be the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, um, as you can see, the first factor is the trend, the normal trend. It is in the business that people are changing, okay, because the needs for you to reach the IR4. Okay, I think this one, the COVID-19 pandemic, is something that happens, okay, that unexpected, okay, something that we never think it's never happened before, and they make, okay, a lot of new changes in terms of our lifestyle, okay, the new normals that we need to practice. Okay, so the COVID-19 pandemic is one of the factors, okay, that's unexpectedly, that's, making the e-commerce become popular. Okay, and of course we have no choice also, we have to force to use this. Okay, but I can tell you, okay, these COVID-19 pandemic, basically they make, or they're pushing our all this e-commerce or digitalization technology in Malaysia at least advanced or ahead 5 to 10 years ahead. Okay, if we according to the if you are according to the if it's according to the normal, okay, propagation, okay, so I think at this stage, we need another 10 years only to reach this stage, okay, the usage of the e-commerce. Okay, so with the new normal here, okay, you can see because of this one, okay, we need to have social distancing, avoid gatherings, the restrictions, okay, travel restriction, we cannot go, okay, uh, uh, cross states, all this, we need to practice, okay, the lifetimes, okay, of wearing face mask, sanitize, okay, temperature monitoring, okay, so we have to check in using MySejahtera everywhere we go, okay, and of course the SOP for shops, premises, and workplace. Okay, so because of all this, they actually bring the social impact. Okay, they actually bring social impacts to us. Okay, we need to work from home. Okay, I think maybe your parents, including myself, okay, I have to work from home. Okay, I'm no longer go to campus, okay, uh, to teach. Okay, we need to go for e-learning, okay, online learnings, okay, virtual learning. So we are going to talk in front of the PC, just like what we are doing now. Okay, we are going to sit in front of the PC, okay, or smartphone, okay, to to have our lesson, okay, as a student. Okay, the way how we are communicating totally different. We now use a lot of all these virtual online tools. Okay, we use Zoom. Okay, we use, okay, WebEx, Microsoft Teams, Google Meet. Okay, the communication is totally online, less face to face. Okay, and of course in terms of the economics, they have all this retrenchment. Okay, retrenchment means that, okay, they start reducing the spending, okay, in terms of the cost, okay, they're investing, okay, and also employee. They try to save some of the cost. They try to reduce the employee. And of course, the e-commerce, as I mentioned, we are start using all this to do transaction, to have the exchange, okay? Because why? We cannot have face to face. So the technology play a very important role, okay? So allow all these e-commerce activities to be operate, okay? So we still can function, okay, in some of the areas because of all this e-commerce, okay? So we can see that there are a lot of businesses affected by this COVID-19 pandemics, okay, but there are also some of the industry, I can tell you they're doing so well, quite well, okay, and even their business is better than before, okay, the COVID-19, okay, because of all these social impacts, okay. So we look into one by one, okay, so you can see the growth of the business. If you are doing all this, okay, like grab food, the delivery, okay, service, okay, so you can see they are doing quite well, their business. They work together with all the partners, shop, eateries, and some of the home prepared meals provider, okay, so they can actually send whatever the order that's you have mixed to different locations, okay. So if you are not able to come out to get your food, your meal, all this, they are able to do it for you, okay. In terms of some of the documents, parcel or whatever, all this they can send also, okay. So you can see they are growing, they are doing better. Next, okay, those who are offering the grocery one, okay, so they are doing quite well as well, okay, especially online grocery. So people need the daily, okay, necessity, okay, they need some of the items, okay, they need food, okay. So these are basically they are shopping online. Those days very common, right? I think you are going to the supermarket to purchase this one, okay. So with the new SOP, standard operating procedure, I think less people want to go there, okay. So you're going to buy online, okay. And of course, to me they have a lot of improvement needed because I think they are not so ready in terms of this one. Suddenly you have a very high volume, uh, so I think they are not able to cater for all these different needs, okay. So you can see that, okay, online grocery is growing also, people are using more, okay. E-payment apps and gateways. So previously, maybe they are not so popular. Some people still like spending cash. Okay, so all these fintechs, okay, finance technology, fintechs products, they become more and more popular. People are start using e-payment, okay, because they want to have contactless. Some people are scared when you're handling the cash, okay, they think that it's having virus, okay. And of course, some of the e-commerce activity, you need to have all this to make payment. So you can see their business is growing. And also some of the e-commerce platform, okay, for example, like Shopee, Lazada, all this, okay. Since some of the shop are not able to open, they are not able to open and they are operate as usual. So they are putting their a lot of all these products, okay, in all these e-commerce platform to sell, okay. There are a lot. So e-commerce platform also they are making money, okay, because more and more usage, the commission that they are charging is more and more, okay. So you can see again e-commerce in terms of in the COVID-19 pandemics, with the technology tools, the interface here is still central. With this one, they still can operate. Because why? You are able to have this compliant SOP. You don't need to have face to face. Okay, less contact. Okay, so the government allowed you to have all this activity, okay, online. Okay, and of course in e-commerce here, all this activity, they have a lot of unique offering. That means that you can have a lot of things you can sell, you can buy. Okay, so you can see it will not affect it. With all this e-commerce, we are still able, okay, we are still able to have our some of the function as operate as usual. Okay, so you can see this is the beauty of the e-commerce. So this is why nowadays, okay, it is become very common. People like all this. Okay, so if you ask me whether you will going back or not, to certain extent, people still going back to the offline. Okay, but I can tell you, okay, with this COVID-19 pandemics, we already get used to all this. So I think uh, some of us will stay to use the e-commerce too, okay, for the daily life, okay, and of course I think some of the university as well, they will make use of all this technology they have invested. Okay, they will not going back 100%, I think, back to offline um, traditional classroom setting to provide, okay, their education, okay, because they have invested, they have get used to all this system already. Okay, so I think this e-commerce trend will be continue. Okay, so business technology scope in all this e-commerce, that's what we cover is actually more. Okay, so you can see that e-commerce is not something that is just in a business that's related to marketing, that's related to accounting, that's related to the scope that cover will be a lot. You need to have a lot of things, okay, together, okay, to work this e-commerce happen. Okay, so the biggest scope is cover in e-commerce. Cross-functional department needed. Okay, you need to have marketing department. Okay, you need to have accounting department to work on all those payment. Okay, you need to have logistic department to send. Okay, so all this have to be worked together, and of course this different skill and knowledge basically needed. Okay, especially you're handling your business that is more nowadays, okay, is on online context. Okay, so basically my advice to a lot of students, okay, if you are looking for, you know, all this, okay, you should consider some of all this multi-disciplinary degree or program. Okay, because of the complex problem in the business environment. So okay, if you want to study a degree, looking for something that's maybe you can have, you know, different discipline. Okay, uh e-commerce. Okay, e-commerce program basically is one of the example of multidisciplinary degree. Okay, so for example IUKL, we have this one, okay, offer. Okay, uh you can see that by business administration and e-commerce, basically you are combining two major field, which is the business field and also the IT. Okay, e-commerce, you're going to learn a little bit on the IT. Of course, don't worry, it won't be very technical. Okay, our program in IUKL, the e-commerce, okay, we are one of the pioneers that offer this program in Malaysia. Okay, those days, okay, I can tell you it's only very few. If you're looking for e-commerce program, nowadays maybe I can tell you it's more. But IUKL, those days when we are offering this one, I think at the market is about 2 to 3 university, and we are one of them. Okay, in offering. Okay, our structure is quite unique. As I mentioned just now, we are combining the business and also the e-commerce. Okay, as you can see that e-commerce is only just a small portion. Okay, so basically you need to know the overall the business perspective. So you learn marketing, accounting, you know, you're going to learn management, everything. Okay, so you can see. Okay, and we even having some of the collaboration with the foreign university. Okay, I can tell you a lot of Malaysian university, we are working together with the university in China, okay, because they are quite good in e-commerce. Okay, so as I mentioned, okay, so even though that we said that is in IT, okay, so our program here, it won't be so technical. Okay, for example, we are still okay, you need to have the knowledge to design the website. Okay, so we are not asking you to have this programming language knowledge. Okay, so we are using the third party service, okay, provided by, let's say, for example, like Wix.com. Okay, you're going to use this one to design your website. Okay, so you don't need to have a very basic or very specific programming knowledge. That only you can do that. That is for IT student. You are a business student. Okay, so another example. Okay, we are going to analyze the performance of the website. We need to test our website whether it is their loading time, whatever, all this is good or not. Okay, so we are using a third-party service. So we are using this GTmetrix. We key in and then we test. Okay, so our program is quite unique. Okay, that's we expose you to all this. Okay, using a lot of third-party service provider tools. Okay, we think that you are not IT, you don't need to go into a very technical. Okay, we expose you to all this IT field. Okay, um and if you are not interested, you can still go back to the traditional business degree. Okay, in IUKL we also offer a normal ones. Okay, the Bachelor of Business Admin. Okay, and I can tell you this is my experience. Okay, I have visited to the China, the Alibaba Business School, the Chaoshan in Vocational and Technical College. Okay, I'm sharing my experience to you. You can see in Alibaba Business School. Okay, all the students that they are studying e-commerce. Uh, you can see they have all this. They have all these practical ones. Okay, tools. Okay, not only they are expose you to theory. Okay, you are doing all this practical. Okay, they're even asking you to start. Okay, you are starting your own business. Okay, for example, the student, they are selling fruits online. Okay, they are asking you, okay, to start looking for any products that you can sell online, and the lecturer will support you. Okay, the lecturer support them. Okay, support them in terms of a lot of issues that they are facing. Okay, so they are having the real experience. Okay, and the other one, okay, you can see the Chaoshan Vocational and Technical College, they also doing the same thing. Okay, students coming to study the e-commerce, they actually ask them to start their own online business. So they emphasis on, you can see, double harvest in both knowledge and work. Okay, when you are studying, so you are start harvesting, you are doing something. Okay, okay, I think this is my presentation. Okay, I'm stop sharing here. So this is just to give you an overview, okay, why this e-commerce, e-business field is so important, okay, because of all these factors. Okay, so hope that I'm giving you an overview of this one. So if you are interested, okay, so if you are interested, okay, then you can join our e-commerce program. Okay, so I think that's all from me. Okay, so if you have any question, I think, okay, you may ask our marketing staff here. I think we'll be able to assist you. Okay, that's all. Thank you and bye bye.